Hello everyone, welcome to the end of day one wrap. Rich Hagon, Brian David-Marshall here at the end of 8 rounds of Pro Tour Return to Ravnica 2012. BDM, even before round 1, plenty of action here in the Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
Absolutely, we started things off right before round 1, inducting Patrick Chapin, Masashi Oiso, Kenji Samura, and Paulo Vitor Damadoro. So there you get a look at the 2 Japanese players.
Yeah.
There you get a look at Kenji. Look at him with his ring, Oiso.
That's a look of pride. Fantastic.
There's Patrick. That's a great photo.
Really is.
That one might be better. And you see some mid-major elementals.
Somebody else. So we had the Hall of Fame, 4 great inductions there. Then we got into the business of crowning another Pro Tour champion. We began with Modern, 5 rounds. A slightly odd format in that we'd seen little glimpses of it, bits at the World Magic Cup, bits at the Players' Championship. What did we see today, BDM?
Well, you know, Rashad Miller did a piece earlier today. You can check it out on YouTube, his Into the Wild, where he followed Yuya Watanabe's Jund deck. That was the winning deck at the Players' Championship, as it's sort of morphed over the weeks through Magic Online up to the release of Return to Ravnica and to what we've seen here today, a new Jund deck with Deathrite Shaman and Abrupt Decay.
And Geralf's Messenger.
And Geralf's Messenger.
Just super aggressive.
Right.
Very, very interesting stuff.
And that was we talked to Brad Nelson, Jerry Thompson, like, oh, our deck's awesome. If we don't play a lot of Jund, and then round 1, round 2, round 3 in the feature match area, it felt like the field was very, very heavy Jund.
Yeah, but not just the kind of Jund that sits around being lazy and I didn't have anyone to test with and I appeared on Thursday Jund.
It's a Jund that taps its Grim Lavamancer on turn 2 to play a Geralf's Messenger.
Yeah.
That being a Deathrite Shaman, because you sack a fetch land, you activate the
first
Deathrite
ability,
Shaman,
exile a land,
you
gets
exile
you the
that
mana.
land, and then you have an extra mana. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
You should be playing with that card.
Yeah, on Magic Online in approximately 5 minutes' time, like we're going to. So that was the 5 rounds of Modern. Then we get into Draft. Return to Ravnica. Obviously, there are 5 guilds to go at that you can look to there. But as the rounds whittle by, of course, everyone plays, people on the same record. We end up with only 1 player with the perfect 8-0 record. And that man was Stanislav Sivka of the Czech Republic. And BDM, we just keep seeing the Czech Republic and the Slovak Republic, they're kind of inseparable geographically and historically. Yeah.
Historically, I guess they're separable.
Well, they're now separable, yeah, absolutely. But we saw that sort of combined team finish in the top 4 last weekend at San Jose. And now his
Sivka test together.
Yep, Sivka in first and teammate Even Flock in second. Who else is making headlines?
Alex Magilton. Conley Woods actually not making headlines. He's like kind of like below the fold. Very quiet, 7-1. It's this sort of new Conley that we saw as of Worlds in San Francisco. Head down, all business, taking on all comers.
Other highlights of the 7-1s, Josh Utter-Layton, Yuya Watanabe, the current reigning player of the year.
Reed Duke, the current reigning anti-player of the year.
Oh, you can't say that! Wow, thank goodness we're not live.
I mean, if you finish last place in the Players' Championship, you're the anti-player of the year.
It's like matter and antimatter.
Yes, absolutely.
Super.
But he came back here. He's 7-1. Great job for him.
Yeah. And then also right there, Kenji Samura, the day he gets into the Hall of Fame. And there you see Watanabe. Samuel Estrati, not a great day for him, I can tell you. But Reed Duke right there, Samura right there. Christian Calcano, 7-1.
We talked about he's playing sort of a survival tale, right? He is at the end of a run of 10 Pro Tours, not qualified to play in Montreal currently, needs to have a good performance here. 7-1, great story. He thinks his day is about to, he's like, I'm almost 7-1, and then suddenly he's down a game in the last round.
Yeah.
And
so he has Mulligan. So he's at
Mulligan,
4.
That's 4 cards.
4 cards, a 3 land, and a Centaur's Herald. Centaur's Herald, he casts it on turn 1. He sacrifices it on turn 3. He's drawn a 4th land by this point. That's convenient because he's drawn 1 other spell. The spell's Trostani. He's got 2 green and 2 white. He casts Trostani. Populate. Thank you. And I'm there. 1 word of caution. Barcelona, Pro Tour Avicen restored, 7-1 overnight, Christian Calcano. Day 2, Christian Calcano, 1-7. Straight reverse. he's got some thinking to do tonight.
He does, but I mean, I think that's something he's been doing over this whole run of his career, reevaluating and analyzing himself, and I'm really optimistic for him this weekend.
He's really getting it.
I'm really optimistic
for, sure.
for him this
Absolutely. Also there, Gabriel Nassif.
Also, very quietly, it's like both you and I, at some point in the middle of the day, we're like, oh, Gabriel Nassif is here.
Exactly. Not making a big splash, just quietly going about his business of beating people. Quick whittle through the 6 and 2s. Bruce Pye, by the way, is 6-1 and 1. Some of the 6-2s to mention: Tom Martell, David Ochoa, one John Finkel, still in the running for his 3rd successive top 8.
Godinez Vidugueras, Willie Adel, Daniel Grafensteiner, Eric Froelich, Oren Beasley.
Sure. There's a lot of very big names. I mean, you could take
Mario
30s and 40s.
Pascoli.
Yeah.
John Finkel's finals competitor in Kuala Lumpur.
That's right. Palavida Domidarosa is 6'2" on the day that he made it in to the Hall of Fame. So a perfectly reasonable day for him. He started off, I think he was 0-2 again. Like Luis, I think so. Pretty sure that's right.
But that's how he started in San Juan, isn't it?
Yeah, how did he do there?
I think he won that one.
I think he did too. So that's the story of day 1. 8 rounds gone. 8 rounds still to go. We come back tomorrow. 3 rounds of Return to Ravnica draft again. Then it's modern all the way. 5 down the stretch. Then we'll have a top 8. That'll be the best of 5 on Sunday. Can't wait. Thanks for being with us through, 12 and a bit hours of live magic. It's been great to have you with us. For the Pro Tour historian David-Marshall, I'm your host, Rich Hagon, saying bye.